Leclerc admits learning from Hamilton. A turning point for Ferrari? Charles Leclerc has just made a revelation that's left Ferrari, and even Lewis Hamilton, absolutely stunned. In a rare and brutally honest admission ahead of his home race in Monaco, Leclerc confessed he's been copying specific elements of Hamilton's driving style after a deep analysis of the 7-time world champion's data. And this isn't just about admiration. This could be the spark that flips Ferrari's 2025 season and shifts the power dynamic between two of the fastest drivers on the grid. Stick with us because what we're about to unpack goes far beyond driving technique. It's about mindset, adaptability, and a silent revolution unfolding inside Maranello. Charles Leclerc has long been seen as Ferrari's golden child, a homegrown star with raw speed and a fiercely individual style. But this week, in Monaco of all places, he admitted something few expected. Hamilton is extremely talented and has a very interesting driving style, which I sometimes use myself at certain points in the race. Yes, you heard that right. Leclerc is borrowing from Hamilton's toolkit, and not just casually. He's replicating specific habits and techniques that have helped Lewis dominate the sport for over a decade. Internally, this has caught Ferrari by surprise, because Leclerc has always operated independently, emotionally driven, blisteringly fast, but often at odds with the team's strategic inconsistencies. Now he's turning to Hamilton, Ferrari's newest weapon, for inspiration. And that tells us two big things. 1. Leclerc is evolving. 2. Ferrari's internal hierarchy is shifting. So what exactly is Leclerc copying? Let's start with Hamilton's racecraft. According to Charles, Lewis's attention to detail, his discipline, his relationship with the engineers, has changed the entire internal dynamic at Ferrari. He's one of the last to leave the track. He challenges everything, analyzes everything, and pushes the team in ways I hadn't really seen before. But the technical shift? That's where it gets fascinating. One specific thing Leclerc has started copying is Hamilton's approach to low-speed corner exits, especially throttle modulation. Hamilton's method of managing grip without overheating the tires has become legendary, especially on street circuits like Monaco. And this has been a key weak point for Ferrari's SF25 this season. From Miami to Baku, traction and tire degradation have cost Ferrari dearly. Leclerc adapting Hamilton's finesse, not just brute speed, could be exactly what Ferrari needs. If you're enjoying this deep dive and want more behind-the-scenes insight into driver dynamics and technical shifts, hit that like button and subscribe. You won't want to miss what's coming next, because this is just the beginning. Now, let's bring this to Monaco, the ultimate test of driver finesse and confidence. Here, throttle control, braking precision, and rhythm mean everything. It's not about top speed, it's about mastery. Hamilton has always been one of the best on street circuits. His ability to manage slip angles, traction zones, and tight corner entries is textbook precision. Leclerc, in contrast, has a more aggressive, high-risk style. Brilliant in qualifying, but often prone to mistakes and tire drop-off over a race distance. Now, by studying Hamilton's data, Leclerc is learning when to be surgical instead of explosive, when to manage instead of attack blindly. And that could be crucial, because for Ferrari, Monaco might be the only real shot at a win this season. Thanks to the unique track layout and some key upgrades Ferrari has quietly brought to the car this weekend. One of them is a bold throwback to 2024. And yes, it's working. Ferrari has decided to bring back the high downforce rear wing from last year, the same one that helped Leclerc dominate qualifying and finally win his home race. It's not just nostalgic, it's tactical. This setup is perfect for Monaco. Tighter corners, low-speed traction, and maximum rear stability in sectors like Mirabeau, Luz, and Rascasse. But there's more. Ferrari has also adjusted suspension stiffness, modified ride height, changed damper settings. Why? Because the SF25 has been one of the stiffest cars on the grid. Great for Silverstone, terrible for Monaco. These changes should make it easier for both Leclerc and Hamilton to ride the curbs, apply power earlier, and reduce rear-end instability. Something Hamilton specifically requested after Miami and Imola. So, how do the two drivers arrive in Monaco? Hamilton comes in with momentum after a stunning 12-4 comeback at Imola. Calm, composed, and confident, he told his team, If we qualify better, we'll be winning. That's not frustration, that's a warning. Leclerc, meanwhile, left Imola fuming. Confusion around pit strategy and his now viral "I don't care, we are speaking about ourselves" radio message has raised serious questions about his trust in the team. But now, just days later, he admits Hamilton's mindset is influencing him. This may be the start of a transformation, from emotionally reactive to analytically proactive. That change could define not just Monaco, but the rest of 2025. If you've stuck with us this far, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. We're bringing you deep, no-fluff analysis after every race weekend. You don't want to miss what's coming next. So what exactly is at stake this weekend? Ferrari's 2025 season isn't just hanging in the balance, it's teetering on a knife's edge between crisis and revival. And Monaco, more than any other circuit, is the place where careers are elevated, legends are made, and internal power structures begin to shift. For Ferrari, this race is not about chasing a world title anymore. Let's be honest. Red Bull still has a pace advantage, McLaren is surging, and even Mercedes, despite its early season woes, has started to find its footing. Ferrari, they've stalled. They've shown flashes of brilliance, like Leclerc's pole in China or Hamilton's incredible tire management in Imola. But consistency, strategy, execution, still elusive. And that's what makes what's happening right now so fascinating. Because for the first time in years, Ferrari doesn't just have two elite drivers. They have two drivers who are starting to work as one, who are listening to each other, who are learning from each other. Let's go deeper. Leclerc, who's often seen as the emotional heart of Ferrari, the passionate Monegasque who wears his frustration on the radio and his ambition in every braking zone, is beginning to evolve. That recent admission about learning from Hamilton isn't just a compliment, it's a signal. A quiet acknowledgement that raw speed isn't enough. And Lewis, the 7-time world champion, he's doing what he's always done best. Not just drive fast, but elevate the entire team around him. That was his superpower at Mercedes. It wasn't just about pole positions and race wins. It was about bringing the engineers closer, aligning development with driver feedback, and pushing everyone, mechanics, strategists, data analysts, to deliver at the highest possible level. At Ferrari, we're starting to see the early signs of that cultural shift, and that might be more valuable than any front-wing upgrade. Remember what Hamilton said after Imola? If we qualify better, we'll be winning. It wasn't a complaint, it was a warning. Because Hamilton knows the car still isn't perfect, but he also knows how close they're getting. And now, with both drivers pointing in the same technical direction, asking for similar upgrades, giving complementary feedback, and building a common vocabulary with the engineers, Ferrari finally has something it hasn't had in a long, long time: coherence. That's why this revelation from Leclerc is so important. Because when your number one driver, your homegrown star, starts adapting the habits of a 7-time champion, it means he's not just driving to survive. He's driving to grow. And make no mistake, this has ripple effects far beyond Monaco. Imagine this scenario: Leclerc qualifies on the front row. Hamilton nails the setup and makes it into the top 3. Both execute flawless races. The team nails the strategy. Suddenly, the entire F1 paddock starts talking. Not about Red Bull's dominance or McLaren's rise, but about a Ferrari resurgence fueled not by politics or chaos, but by synergy and shared purpose. Because here's the truth: it's not just about the car. It's never just about the car. It's about trust. Trust in the data, trust in the engineers, trust in each other. And for once, Ferrari might have it. Monaco is a one-of-a-kind circuit. It doesn't reflect the balance of the season. It won't magically fix Ferrari's race pace at Spa or Suzuka. It won't erase the strategic blunders we've seen over the past 2 years. And one good weekend doesn't make a championship contender. But what it can do, what it has done in the past, is light the fuse. And if Ferrari uses this moment wisely, if Leclerc continues to refine his approach, if Hamilton keeps influencing the culture, and if the upgrades actually deliver on track, then we may look back at Monaco 2025 as the moment where the tide turned. Because remember, this isn't just about copying throttle traces or mimicking telemetry curves. This is about two world-class drivers discovering that they can actually be stronger together, not in competition, but in cooperation. That depends on whether Ferrari can hold this fragile momentum, whether Leclerc continues to trust the process, whether Hamilton gets the qualifying he needs, whether the engineers can finally execute under pressure. If they do, if Monaco isn't the outlier but the blueprint, then this could be the beginning of something special. Not in 2026, not after regulation changes, but now. Is Leclerc's revelation a real turning point, or just another media soundbite? Is Hamilton's influence finally being felt where it matters most? Comments below. And once you're done, don't forget to click on the video that's popping up on your screen right now. And don't forget to subscribe my channel.